Hey lovelies, it's Heather. I'm gonna shoot this video. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I don't know how short it's gonna be. And yes, I know that I have on makeup, so you don't have to tell me if you're somebody that, sees this. And yes, it is, just as colorful as my personality. But anyways, I'm just, making this video because, for starters, when I started this YouTube and making these videos, I promised myself I was going to do it for a year, and so far I have, kept my promise of making a video every day for a year. And even though, I'm not, going to kiss anybody's ass and put up content that anybody's going to love or swoon over or what the fuck ever, and it's not even coming up in the ways that I would have liked it to by this point in time. I mean, I would have at least liked to have had a few more subscribers. Granted, I didn't think that I was gonna have 100 by the, full of everything. But I was like, maybe after at least a year, I'd have 100. That way I can link it to stuff. That way I can kind of, do what I want to with it and continue to get it to grow and encouragement wise and everything like that, because it's everything that I've been through in my life, it's people are just really shitty towards me, literally to the point that 24/7 I'm like, why the fuck shouldn't I die? It's bad, and everybody acts like they're not, but they are. Even me putting on this makeup, for instance. When I was younger, if I would have done this, or even me doing this now, if I go out into even the living room, my grandmother's gonna be like, oh my god, And even if it was just basic makeup like I put on the other day, which was red lipstick and mascara, and I have this gold eyeliner, and I don't put it on the inside of my eyes because I have really bad eye allergies and shit like that and stuff, and plus it's healthier to not do that and everything. And I've been poked in the eye quite a bit with some eyeliner because my sister used me as a guinea pig when I was growing up. But anyways, I've never been able to express myself, is the best way to word it, in any way, shape, or form. I wasn't allowed to draw because if I drew, then that meant that I was copying my sister. I was allowed to listen to music, but only every type of music that my sister didn't listen to. And my sister likes metal, kinda. And so, because she liked metal, I couldn't like metal. Or rock, whatever you want to call it. Even though I did. But if I liked the same song as her, if I liked anything like her, then that was bad. It was condemned. I was considered being a copycat, a selfish brat, an asshole, and all this other kind of shit. And so I practically had to tiptoe around everything and around finding out who the fuck I am. And I never really got to figure out who the fuck I am. And then I got with this guy early on and had a kid with him, and my parents took custody of my kid just last year, which they threatened me they was going to do her whole entire life. And it petrified the shit out of me. And then, I don't know, I've not been able to ask people for help, I guess, in the ways that I need. I don't fucking know. I don't have the coping skills that I need for everything. And I've known that for a really long time, and everybody acts like it's new information whenever they tell me that, or whenever I'm one-on-one with people, and it's well, you need to fix this about you. And it's you can't fix something that you just can't fucking fix. You can't do it. And so basically, I'm to the point that I'm fixing to sink back into the same routine that I've always been in, which is true acceptance as to who I am, true acceptance to how poor I am, how unloved I am, how manipulated I've been, how I'm put in a box, how I'm not allowed to step outside of that box, how unpopular I am, how fat I am, how ugly I am, how stupid I am, how broken I am, how fucked up I am, how hated I am, how much people think God hates me, how much people hate me, how much people are assholes, that they have their own damn problems that they never even look at, and how much, yeah, a lot of people hate me because I'll look dead at them and tell them straight up at some point in time, usually, especially after I've known them like a year or two, like, I will fucking tell you, even if I've been holding it in all this time, I'll be like, look, listen. But the thing is I have the decency to pull people aside, to say it properly, to not try to say it with any malicious, hateful words, because I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of that. And instead, they still fucking act like bratty ass babies, and they make it their sole purpose to constantly attack me from that point on, because I said something about them, even if I just said it to them, or even if I just said it to the one or two people that I might even consider as a friend, which I don't really consider anybody as a friend. And that's another thing too that I read and looked into or whatever, is if I go out and I don't trust people, and I don't, and people can pick up, they can sense that about me. So it's like, oh, here's this nice person, here's this person that might do some good in my life, or something, or might be kind to me, or whatever, however they perceive me when they first meet me and shit. They all end up hating me by the end of it. It never fucking fails. Nobody ever stays. So anyways, I'm this good person for 6 months or a year or 2 years or 5 years or even 10 years. And then all of a sudden, I'm just this piece of shit. I mean, that's even like my kid now, I was the best mom ever. She fucking adored me. She loved me. I used to tell her, I used to ask her what she thought of me. I used to pull her aside and be like, do you think that I'm a good mom? She'd be like, yeah, you're a great mom and I love you, mom, And, she gave me all the birthday cards that she'd make and the Mother's Day's cards that she'd make, and all her little, like, her little necklaces and stuff that she'd make for me at school and everything. And God, and I remember kindergarten year, she made this thumbprint that was a bee that was a magnet on this little piece of clay, but it fell and broke so many times, like it broke like 2 or 3 times, and I couldn't glue it back together anymore, and so I had to throw it away, and I like cried, because even though she went to a city school at that point in time, for some reason the city school was just not into arts and crafts, even though they had more classes for arts and crafts than county schools do, which didn't make any fucking sense, because my niece went to damn county school and they come home with little art projects all throughout kindergarten and everything. And I remember being upset about that. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? But anyways, sorry. Like, I have so many memories and so much shit to talk about. And I guess that's one good reason that, like, I'm doing this, is because even if nobody wants to listen to my stories, if nobody wants to hear about my pain or my hurt or my struggles, then fine. I don't give a shit. I can't give a shit anymore. Nobody's ever wanted to listen to me before anyways. I mean, if I couldn't get my mom to listen to me when I wanted to talk to her when I had a miscarriage, if I couldn't get her to listen to me when I was pregnant, if I couldn't get her to listen to me before I got pregnant, so that way I wouldn't become pregnant, if I couldn't get my dad to listen to me even when I would say no, then what the hell does it matter if I get a stranger to listen to me or not? But, anyways. So I'm just this fucked up, broken person that I guess everybody's gonna hate until the damn day that I die. And then, like, if I got any strength left in me, nobody better come into my damn hospital room, my deathbed, or what the fuck ever, because I'll be throwing shit left and right and screaming for them to get the fuck out. It's like that saying, you can't come see me when I'm alive, don't come see me when I'm dead. And that's about where I'm at. Like, every time I've cried, growing up, every time, shut up. What's wrong with you? Stop. Don't. What are you crying about? Get over it. Shut up. Get the fuck over it. You have no right to cry over that. God, you're so fucking sensitive. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I fucking told you. And even now, God, what's wrong with you? You're so emotional. You're crazy. Shut up. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it, Heather. Heather, I don't want to talk about this. Just stop it, Heather. Just stop it. And then I got out and I finally got a job. That's one thing that I remember. After my husband left me in 2013, I went to the gynecologist, to get checked out and make sure everything was good, because I found out the reason he was leaving me is because he's cheating, and so I was good and everything. But I was telling the gynecologist, because I didn't have a regular doctor, but I'd been to this gynecologist before, and she was the one that gave, the midwife that I seen was the one that gave birth to my daughter, and I was just like, is there any way you can just run a blood test on me, like an extra one to just kind of, or take the blood that you got from me and just kind of check it and make sure, like, I'm not deathly ill with something, basically, like if anything looks odd, just please tell me, And she's like, why? And I'm like, I tell her about my family history, about, high blood pressure, heart disease, heart attacks, cancers. I mean, basically, we just got it all, I'm just a ticking time bomb, and so is anybody in my damn family, And, so, she's like, well, this and that. And she's like, what was it? I think my blood pressure was a little high then, too, even when I went to see her. And she's like, but other than that, you look good and everything. And she's like, but I'd recommend you lose weight, which I know that I'm considered obese, or at least very fat. I don't know if I'm considered obese, but probably. From what I remember of weight charts and being in high school and working out and shit. And I don't know. It depends on my, body mass index or something like that. BMI, I think it is. Because I've always, my grandmother used to always tease me. She used to always call me big boned when I was little and everything. And then I found out that there is a thing where you can have bone density, like that's, your bones are actually thicker than other people's, and then that leads to more problems, kind of, I think, with osteoporosis, if I remember looking it up correctly. And when I read it, and I was just like, shit, and I was like, that's why. Because I've always felt like my wrists and ankles, no matter how skinny I get, they're just huge, basically. They're just big. Like, and my mom used to be like, God, you're like a damn guy or something. Like, you don't have dainty little wrists or ankles. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And I can't help it. It's my bone structure. And then my muscle mass has always been relatively high and stuff. But, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying I don't have a flabby ass, loose, if you will, stomach, but, like, there's still muscle up under. I can still tighten my abdomen muscles. Like, I can't tighten them, that great or anything, but they're there. And some people that have never even worked out a day in their life, they don't even realize anything about muscles. It's like my damn mom. For her to stay skinny, she just wouldn't eat a lot. I've never known her to like work out a day in her life. And then the one time that we did get her to, oh my God, she cried for like 2 weeks. Oh, it hurts, and she's like, I think I'm dying. And even though her body is different than mine, and everybody's body is different than another person's, she could not handle the pain of just muscle aches. Your muscles are gonna hurt when you work out. End of subject. And eventually, if you work out enough, you'll get used to it. And you'll kind of become like addicted to the burning sensation that you get from it. Now, I'll admit, whenever you've had a day where you've just worked out a certain part of your body, whether it's your arms, your legs, or your abdomen, and you worked out all damn day, and it's the first time you have in a minute or whatever, that shit fucking hurts. Like, bad. It hurts so bad. Because you can't fucking move. But I gave up on working out a long time ago when my daughter was little, because after the miscarriage I was so hurt and stuff. And then I was planning on doing it whenever I moved out, but God apparently had different plans. Because I ended up busting my ankle, and the machine that I had to work out on and everything, like, it was an ab lounge, and you have to use your feet, and even at that, any type of ab workout, you're using your leg, you're using your feet, you're using your ankle, unless you're doing push-ups, or something like that, which can help, but it's not necessarily a abdominal workout. And I mean, granted, there's other stuff too, but just the getting up and down in the floor or however, because I can't go to a gym. I didn't have money to go to a gym, so no machinery, no no nothing, and then working and taking care of my kid and everything. So it's just been a hassle. But and then the one day that I even did try to work out on the ab lounge, because it was outside, but it was on my concealed porch, if you will, that had a fence and a fucking roof and everything. This damn truck went by and he just hollered at me. He's like, "You get it, girl. Go for it. Hell yeah, you get it," And while he's going down the road, and I was just like, I can't. Like, I've only been out here 10 minutes and he's hollering. And if I'm out here for an hour, then that's going to be 4 or 5 more fucking people hollering, and like, you don't know me, shut the fuck up. I don't need your fucking words, even if you think that you're being encouraging or something, you're not. You're just being a perverted dickbag. Like, shut up. You do your thing, I'll do mine. You take care of your shit, I'll take care of my shit. And then, like, after, like, my ankle hurt for, like, 3 fucking days. So, like, I was like, nope, it ain't gonna work. I was like, it's hurting worse than when I go to work and get home. So, yeah, I just kind of given up on that, because I gotta get my actual health. I know that weight is a health concern and a health problem, but not as much as fractured bones and nerves that are being fucked up because you're walking on a busted ankle and shit. That shit's worse. And then also stomach problems, because stomach ulcers or fucking appendicitis, or it might be my gallbladder, but I think it's something dealing with my appendix. And then that's another thing too. I don't know if I look any bit yellow in this video or not. The other videos, like yesterday's, for instance, I didn't have a light on, so I flipped the button up on the screen that it like goes night vision or whatever. But anyways, I don't even know. Like, sometimes I feel like it's not even though my video might show me that somebody's watched it 3 or 4 times, I don't know how many people work with YouTube, to help with everything, and how they go about, if they view the video before they upload it, or allow the upload, or this and that, or even at that, or even at my, at the fucking still frame, the thumbnail, whatever, that it takes and that it puts up, because I have no way to edit that on my phone, or if I do, it would take so much time, it'd be ridiculous. But everything's done on my little tiny ass phone. I don't have a computer, I don't have a laptop, I don't have, Wi-Fi. Even if I had a computer, it wouldn't do me any fucking good. And so, God, my nerves are shot. But fuck. But anyways, it's like everything's just always been people criticizing me, and I'm just really, really tired of it. And then, unfortunately, people think, because they'll look at this and they'll see me with makeup on and they'll see me talking, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes right there to piss them off, to make them mad. Oh God, look at her. Oh God, she thinks she's pretty. Oh God, look at her makeup. It looks horrible, but she thinks it looks gorgeous. Oh God, look at her this. Oh God, look at her that. Oh God, oh God, oh God. And that's even why I don't have anybody on my real Facebook, even people that I went to fucking school with. Because people love to judge. And I don't fucking understand it. People want to judge appearance more than anything on the face of the planet. And I cannot, for the love of God, understand why you would want to judge appearance versus actual, facts of how the fucking person is acting or behaving. Like their mannerisms, their personality, their character traits. And then even at that, I seen something the other day that was like, oh, your character is nothing more than, all this psychological bullshit. It's like, oh, your character is nothing more than what has been defined to you based upon what you know, and and the over analyzing of it all and everything. But at the end of the day, do you have a good heart? And yeah, I get that most of us do. I understand that, okay? I'm not sitting here being some little cocky shit. I don't even know if I have a good heart. But I have everybody telling me that I have a good heart, but then they're telling me that they fucking hate me. Well, you have a good heart, Heather. You have a kind heart. You have a kind personality. But you're just a shitty person. Do you fucking hear yourself? So, okay, whatever. But I don't even judge myself. If I do, it's so negative usually. I'm my own worst critic, but I'm also my best supporter. That's the reason I can make these videos. That's the reason I can do this. It's not because I'm some cocky little shithead that thinks that I'm better than you because I put up a goddamn YouTube video, or because I've put up 300 or however many I've put up. Everybody thinks that I'm doing this, and everybody thinks that anything that I do is to seek attention and popularity. Yet what are they themselves doing? Trying to seek attention and popularity, right? And in all honesty, yeah, to a degree, I would like to be known by people that like me. But do I want haters? For instance, on YouTube, a lot of people, there's this guy, I just seen a video, it's this black guy that he makes these videos where he just, roasts people. He literally roasts the shit out of them. And usually I can't handle that dark sense of humor. It cuts to my heart and it hurts or whatever. But anyway, so this girl made a video and talking about how her Instagram got taken down, and she was just bawling her eyes out in the video. And so he took and he criticized the video, and he criticized her, And usually when I would watch a video like that, I'd get pissed off. I was the sensitive person, I was the one, if I did do anything, I might put, thumbs down on the video, or I might, just, put a little sad face as a comment or something like that. But that's the way that, the whole shit of YouTube has kind of came to be, is y'all people love to live off of drama. Okay, it just skipped, so I hope it's not skipping on my voice. But y'all people love to live off of drama, every damn one of you. And that's the reason I can't even get along with people in real life, is because I can't handle that. It's like making me deathly ill. But, anyways, I get that him criticizing her video, and he has a bunch of followers. So that makes all those people, not all of them, but that makes quite a few of them go, who is she? And so they get interested in her. They get interested in her story. And it's just this constant, back and forth, tug of war that everybody does with everybody on YouTube videos, if they're not like do it yourself or, something like that, or, just somebody that gets up there and talks about things. But there's a lot of people that they do that. They criticize the shit out of others, or they take others' ideas, or they take others' plans or others' music or anything, and they just criticize it, or they give their opinion. I mean, they don't have to be negative. Sometimes they're positive. Sometimes they're, talking about how they like this and that and everything. And that's even like me. I mentioned a few people in mind that I like and stuff. But, like, the whole drama of the hatred of the criticism, even though it's just joking. It's, I was just joking. I was just playing. I didn't mean it, and stuff like that. I can't handle that. I can't handle that. And I don't understand why that even has to exist. And then it's like, oh, well, it does, so suck it up, Buttercup. Okay, well, if it does have to exist, people, for some reason, they meet me and they think that hasn't existed in my life. And it has since basically the moment of my birth. I've just been harshly criticized by my own family in a way that everybody else gets harshly criticized by a public eye or by peers or whoever. And so I had to go out anyways and still deal with the normal everyday hate of peers, public eye, whoever. And then people apparently, for some reason, just have to fucking keep on doing it. It's even like my video the other day. And then somebody said something about looking like a Smurf. Like, it made me look blue, Like, just all kinds of shit like that. It's just like constant. And then it's like, there's one line in this song that I like. And it's, the bigger the wave, I think. Is the bigger the wave, the bigger the drought? Or, I think that's what it is. Or it's the bigger the, what is it? I think it's the bigger the wave, the bigger the drought. But anyways, so this is why a lot of people have got mad at me, is they're like, God, you're just so stupid. If you would just stop. If you would just stop and just be. If you would just stop and just be in what you are, how you are, your life, and not be expecting attention from anybody, and just be there, and just, accept things the way that they are, and stop, worrying about everything and stuff. They're like, your life would be so much better. You would be so much more happy, or you'd be so much more this. Have you ever had something that you just can't stop? Like literally like a fucking addiction. Like, even if you see that it's killing you, you still can't stop it. Because people like to think that I love to live for the drama. They like to think that I actually love to live for that, because as much as I talk, And then, me making these YouTube videos isn't doing good in my defense of me being like, I don't shit talk behind people's backs like they think I do. Because I don't. But people don't believe that. Like, literally, I would have to film myself even all the way getting naked in the fucking tub, taking a shit on the toilet, having sex, masturbating, whatever, everything. Probably even put a goddamn camera all the way down my fucking intestines, running out my fucking asshole, and one in my mouth. That way they could see what I'm eating. That way they could see what I'm seeing. That way they could know what I'm doing. Put one in behind my fucking eyeballs. That way they could see everything that I see 24/7 for people to believe, truly believe me. That's the society that we live in, every damn one of us. And I don't understand it at all. It's really, really, like, very, very sickening that the world has become like that you can't tell somebody, no, I didn't say that. No, I didn't do that. And them not believe you at face value. Because people have lied so much, and I get it. I do. I don't know. Life is difficult, I guess. It's not that I guess. Fuck, I know. It's like I sat here for a minute before starting this video and I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you do it, somebody's going to say something. Even if it's not somebody that says it to your face, even if it's not somebody that says it, around you to the point that you can even pick up on it, or you catch it, somebody somewhere's going to say something, and it's not going to be, it's not going to be positive, it's not going to be 100% positive feedback, And I was like, so don't do it. Don't do it. Don't say it. Don't shoot this video, especially not right now when you got this crazy ass makeup on because you're just goofing off. I was like, don't do it. Don't say it. Don't do it. And I couldn't stop myself. Now, will I be able to stop myself at the time that I said? Yeah. Will I be able to stop myself completely from making YouTube videos? At least, I don't know. I might stop completely. I might throw my fucking phone away in all goddamn honesty because I'm sick of the world. Like, if all I ever hear is rejection, then... And if that's the case, though, too, if all I ever hear is rejection, then what the fuck does it matter what I do? Like, that's what has plagued me the whole damn time, and that I've even said to people. Like, even if you work a job and you go to work every day for 2 fucking weeks and you're the perfect employee, perfect. You read the fucking handbook, you're doing everything correctly, you're being polite, you're using your manners, this and that, and everything else, and this is what some bosses need to learn. But if you do, and I'm not saying that I have, I'm not saying that I'm that perfect, but even if you do, even if you are capable of that, but nobody ever notices, nobody ever pays attention, nobody ever appreciates it. And then you got people coming in during those 2 weeks that are new people that are starting, and you tell them what to do because you're training them, or you see the boss tell them what to do, and they just do what they want to do any damn ways. Whether it's chewing gum or drinking water where they're not supposed to or some shit like that. And y'all get treated exactly the same. That kind of fucks your head up. And that kind of makes you, be like, well, what the fuck does it matter if I follow the goddamn rules 24/7 or not? Just saying. I mean, my example, in all honesty, is I came into work one night when I was working at a job that I had for over a year. Came in one night, I hadn't ate all fucking day. Because the 2-3 days before that, this was when they was working me first, second, and third. I would have 1 shift that was third shift. I would have 2 shifts that was second and 2 shifts that were first. So my sleep schedule's all fucked up. And so one day, I went home and I went to sleep and I literally did not get up until I had to go to work. Like literally 30 minutes before I had to be at work. I'm exhausted. I walk my dogs. get them pottied, get them in the house, and head to work. I get to work, and I'm fucking starving to death. Like, I'm so fucking hungry. Yeah, I'm a fat girl, but I'm so fucking hungry. I ain't ate shit. I ain't drank shit. I've been laying in bed, passed the fuck out. So I went in actually about, 5-10 minutes early. And this was before they got the system where you couldn't clock in early. But anyway, so I was in early. And I went back. And I caught up on everything that the person had left, like they hadn't caught up on. I caught up on every fucking thing. Every fucking thing. And I remember I asked the person that was on the table, which is the person that makes the sandwiches, I asked them to make me, just a little hamburger. And they did, but I had to argue with them for, 2 minutes for them to make it, because they're like, oh, no pay, oh, no pay. And I'm like, I will after you give it to me, but I'm not going to go pay right now, because that takes me having to go up front to pay. And I was like, there's no sense in me going up front now when I'm fixing to go up front so I can cram it down my throat so I can eat it. I was like, so can you make me a hamburger? And they're like, oh, yeah, you gonna pay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pay, And so I caught up on everything. And I even turned to them, because it's my job to stock them. I was working grill. And it's my job to stock them and make sure that the food's up and the supplies are ready and everything else. And I looked at them and I said, we good? And they looked and they checked all their bins and everything. And they said, yeah, we good. And so I took my damn hamburger. I ran up to the front. I cashed myself out, I set my ass down, and I started to eat my sandwich. As I'm eating my sandwich, somebody else is getting off work late because the person that was taking their spot didn't show up on time. And they see me eating a sandwich, and they start screaming at me, oh, no, I eat no sandwich, oh, no, And it took I am my father's child. That's not a good thing, necessarily. It's not a bad thing. I know how to control it. But it's been 15 years since that bitch side of me has let loose, and I don't want it to let loose on somebody at a job. And granted, it's not going to let loose real bad. It's not. But I can't guarantee it's not going to keep me from slapping somebody. And I was pissed. I had just woke up 30-45 minutes ago. I just hurried, walked my dogs, got dressed, got to work. Granted, that's nobody's business. That ain't nobody's fucking problem. I clocked in early. I did my damn job. I'm hungry. So hungry that I'm fixing to fucking pass out. And I go and buy some food. And I'm sitting in the break area and eating it and trying to hurry and eat it. And I got another employee that's the same level as me hollering at me, telling me no, that I can't do that. And I swear to God, if I get my shit straightened out, if I get my health straightened out, and I get a car, and, so if I get my ankle fixed, and my health is good, and my stomach, whatever's going on with it, whatever medicine I gotta take, or if I gotta have some type of surgery done, or have my appendix removed, or my gallbladder, or some type of shit, if God willing, if whatever happens for as far as that, and I get a vehicle, and I start to go back to work so that way I can get money, so that way I can get my damn kid back, and somebody's like, oh, we ain't gonna hire you because of this, that, and that, and this, because of your YouTube videos, because you were honest in your YouTube videos, then whoever doesn't hire me is basically giving me a death sentence, flipping me off and telling me to go fuck myself and telling me to go hang myself from a goddamn tree. And that's the honest to God fucking truth. Because that's one thing that I noticed even also was some comments that were made when I was hired in at my last job about, so I heard I heard. And some of the things that were heard are not things that were heard through work. They are things that I spoke of in my videos. And so I was just like, So you're just giving me the sly little heads up that, employee or employers are watching my videos, and taking notes and being like, oh, I don't know if she's a good worker or not. Just like the saying that I read the other day, and I swear, like, I stick by it so much to a degree. I'm under no obligation to be the person I was 5 minutes ago, let alone 5 days ago, 5 years ago, or anything like that. But I can't grow as a person if you don't give me the opportunity. And a lot of people, they're incapable of doing that for others. They're completely and totally incapable of doing that for others. But I'm going to end this video here because it may be too long. It may not even upload. But I hope everybody's doing good. Keep putting your best foot forward. I used to say if you want somebody to talk to, you can talk to me. But right about now, I really don't give a shit. Everybody's just got to figure their own crap out, I reckon. So, take care. Bye.